It's no secret that thousands flock to the Myrtle Beach and Grand Strand area here during the 4th of July timeframe. The beaches are packed, the hotels are full, and the roads are going to be busy. There are a handful of activities that happen each year here along the Grand Strand, and I wanted to go over those with you just so if you're in town now or even planning a trip for next year for the 4th of July, you can go ahead and map out your day with success. Hey everybody and welcome. My name's Olivia Laskowski. I'm a local realtor here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina with RE/MAX Southern Shores. If you're new here on my channel, I talk about real estate along the Grand Strand. We check out different communities and new listings together. So if this is something that is of interest to you, I ask that you please subscribe. That way you can always see my fresh weekly content. And whether you're looking to move in the next year or the next few years, I get emails and calls all the time from folks just like yourself that are looking to move to the Grand Strand area. And there's a link below in my bio. So if you want to connect and schedule a call with me, I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you about it. If you're looking to start out your 4th of July with a little bit of physical activity, and if you're one of those families, there is the annual Independence Day 5K down at Market Common, hosted by NS Promos, and it does start at 7 a.m. That way you can be sure to get your little workout in before you spend the rest of the day celebrating the 4th of July. Of course, one of the main reasons people come to the Grand Strand for the 4th of July is, of course, the beach. It is going to be jam-packed with people enjoying their 4th of July on the white sandy beaches, all the way from Cherry Grove to Garden City Beach. I do highly recommend that you get out there as early as possible and be mindful of the tide charts as well and where you set up. Just because you might have a spot at low tide doesn't mean you necessarily have it there at high tide. So just want to make sure you watch that and even maybe prefer to set up behind the umbrella line. That way you know you have a secured spot. Also, this time of year, parking is really hard to come by. I suggest, like I said, getting out there really as early as possible. Also, be sure to check the local city ordinances and guidelines for parking, whether you can park on the side of the street, how long you need to pay for it, just so you don't get that surprise ticket when you come back. I also recommend carpooling as well. That way you can go ahead and drop stuff off and then unload and then go ahead and get parked. And it is going to be a very long day out there if you do plan on being there for quite a while. Highly suggest bringing some sort of shading device such as an umbrella or multiples just so you can help protect your skin. Also, hydration is a must. Some water, some electrolytes, some food, some snacks, and of course a sunscreen. A lot of people camp out there all day and really make it an all-day family affair. So if that is your plan, I always say just be prepared as possible. Down in Surfside Beach from 5 to 8 p.m., Surfside is having their own 4th of July celebration that is going to be very kid-friendly. It is going to be at Memorial Park from 5 to 8 p.m. They're going to have food trucks, live music. They're having a little foam party, some face painting, all sorts of prizes and activities for the kids. So if you're looking for something kid-friendly, that is always going to be a great option. And then you can always walk to the beach afterwards and just really see what people are setting off firework-wise, or you can even go to one of the firework locations to check those out later in the evening. If you're thinking about being in the Surfside Beach area for your beach day, keep in mind that at 11 a.m. they are going to have their annual golf cart parade. So many locals here in the area go ahead and decorate their golf cart for the 4th of July. All sorts of red, white, and blue, and everybody just really has a really great time. They hand out candy and other fun little gag gifts as they kind of go by on their little golf cart parade. So really fun to watch, even for kids and adults, and then you can always make your way right back over to the beach. And no matter where you are along the South Carolina shore on the 4th of July, they do have their annual salute from the shore. It is a really cool experience to see. It is a nonprofit organization that flies different military aircrafts along the shore for you to take a look at. Typically it starts with their F-16s and it starts around 1 p.m. just depending on what area of the beach you're at, and then they fly south. After the F-16s fly over, they do have their Warbird flight, which is a kind of a mixture of old vintage World War II planes, and they fly over nice and low and slow. That way you can see them. It's just a really cool sight. The ocean is filled with people. Everybody's lined up along the beach with their flags and decked out in their red, white, and blue. So I highly recommend staying as long as you can, just so you can stick around for that particular event. After a long day spent on the beach, you might go ahead and go back to your hotel to take a little nap to prepare for the night activities. If you're back awake around 5:30, I suggest hitting up Murrells Inlet Marshwalk. They have their annual Murrells Inlet Boat Parade, which starts at 5:30, similar to the golf carts, but it's with the boats. Everybody decorates their boats in red, white, and blue. People have water guns. It is just a really cool sight to see. And then you can always stick around, have dinner, and then they have their over 20-minute fireworks show from the Murrells Inlet Marshwalk starting at 10 p.m. Along with the Marshwalk, there's many other places to check out fireworks shows along the Grand Strand area. Up at Cherry Grove Pier, starting at 9:30 p.m., that is when they will begin their fireworks show. As we move south, you'll find fireworks at Barefoot Resort and Landing in Broadway at the beach starting at 10 p.m. Over at 2nd Avenue Pier, theirs are going to be beginning at 9 p.m., followed by the Murrells Inlet Marshwalk at 10 p.m. There's quite a bit of activities going on here for the 4th of July, and those are just if you want to go out and about, or you can always host your own little party at your house or even stay in at the pool. I personally really enjoy going to the beach and spending most day at the beach and then heading to the inlet to check out the fireworks show at the evening. It's been a great tradition for myself, and that's what we typically plan to do each year. Hopefully this gave you a great overview of some options for celebrating the 4th of July. If you have any questions or would like to know more about real estate in the Grand Strand area, you can always reach out. I am happy to help. And just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you watching. And if you could possibly give me a thumbs up, that would be great. And I hope you have a happy 4th of July, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.